Hello. You might be wondering what I'm doing. Well, that's, if not already clear, I'm making a clone of myself. Why? Don't ask me, but I want to do it and I think it'd be fun to record. So let's make a clone, eh? Speaking of which, we're way off schedule. How about we get this show on the road, eh? Firstly, wrap some cling wrap around the body part you would like to replicate. After this is done, tape the cling wrap just like so. Once you get all of this in, what you want to do is you want to get a knife that's very sharp, and you want to cut. Now, be careful while you're doing this, obviously, because your leg is right underneath, and you don't want to have take a trip out to the hospital. But it's fairly easy to do without harming yourself. Just imagine you're skinning a deer, and you don't want to, like damage the meat or anything. So, just do a little bit like this. Don't do it directly on your skin. Don't just scrape. What I do is I push my 2 fingers underneath and I go through like this. Be safe while you're doing this. And you can wear thicker pants if you want to see if you don't get cut. But I trust myself enough where I can just, go. There we go, you got a cast. Next step of what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking the shell of whatever limb or body part you are making, and you're going to line it up to where it was. You see these 2 pieces of tape go like about there. Then you're going to take a brand new piece of tape and then just put them back together the way that they were originally. And once you're done with that, then you're gonna have just a basic shell of your leg or whatever part you're doing. And I gotta say, it's weird to hold like a body part in my hands like this. It's weird. If you actually do this, you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm like basically done here. I don't have the feet or the pelvis area or the neck and the head, but the body's basically done. The feet I'm gonna add when I put in this wire. The hands I'm gonna add when I put in this wire. The neck and head I'm gonna add with the wire. And the legs, this is just, I think it's gonna be easier to build it after, so yeah. This is what I want to talk to you about now. I think I'm going to try and use these drawing hands for hands because they look fairly convincing, And sure, it's not my exact hand size, but I think it would look pretty cool and get some good hand movement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, first off, fix this because its thumb is completely broken. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill this out, put some wire in it, and hopefully make it better than before. So let's do that right now. Let's fix this. Right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using this wire, making an armature or an endoskeleton, the entire thing, and then I'm probably going to connect the hands. This didn't turn out as planned. This fixing this thumb doesn't really work. What it does is it just turns. It can't really go up because it might pop out of place. So I'm gonna try one hand like this, and I'm gonna try making another hand out of this armature wire, and I'm gonna see which one works better. Alright, time to explain exactly what I did. I started off on this leg, went all the way up, went here, went down, looped around, went up through this leg, or through this part of the torso, went down this way, looped up, went that way, went back up, neck, here, then I went to the right arm, looped around, came back, went down here, and then I tied it off with the leg once again. Pretty simple. It's hard, super hard to film, and a little weird to, position, because it's like your body. So, but yeah, now that we got the armature done, and we got most of the body done, let's start to put this thing together. Okay, so what I did was I put the armature in the chest, because that's what you need to do first, because you can't attach the arms or anything unless you have the chest first. So that's what I did. I put the chest in, and I started bulking up this guy, his armature. And so right now I want to fill this, because it's still very, very loose, and it's very, empty. So I'm filling it with anything I can. Plastic bags, these kind of bags, or if you have stuffing, stuff like this, just fill anything you can. You can literally fill this guy with trash. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you fill him with. If you want to get the best things, I recommend you use organs, or I know there's liquid, what's that? I think it's blood. If you want to have the best results, I recommend you get that. But, I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference. I think that as long as he has the armature, he'll be able to move pretty well.
Yippee-yay, there'll be no wedding bells for today. Today.
Now we're going to be putting on the left arm. First arm going on. I'm gonna be making the neck and head.
I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, jingle, jangle, as I go riding merrily along. Jingle, jangle, and they sing, oh, ain't you glad you're single? Jingle, jangle, and that song ain't so very far from wrong. Jingle, jangle.
Now that he's almost done, we're going to be sealing up the chest cavity right here. So before we do that, let's put in our important things that every person needs, including clones, and just get this right up in him. Well, so when he comes alive, he has a good set of stuff going on. Right where his heart is. Yeah, right there. Right here. Got a golden heart now. Maybe we'll give him an actual golden heart too. No, just kidding, I want that part. I'm really just filling it with random stuff at this point. Like I've got some old passes or boxes or anything that's not sharp and that will fit in this is going in. why I recommend reopening the limbs, especially the legs, is because this gets so tight at the end where you really can't fit anything in. And if you were to try and do this before, it's going to get weird. So what I recommend doing is around the knee, you just slit down, and then you have access to fill this whole cavity right here. And then you can seal back up when you're done. What I have done is I have did an outline of my hand. It's a little bigger, but you know, maybe I'm just self-conscious that I have really small fingers, especially this pinky. Why is my pinky smaller than every other finger? Irrelevant, genetics. So, what I did for the hands is I tried a few different methods. I was thinking about using these for fingers, but you know, it's a little too thick, and 2 of these are the entire arm of this fella. So having one of them as a finger probably isn't gonna work, because as soon as I try and bend one of these guys, right, it's like it's hard to do. Like, you can obviously do it, they're bendable, but man, it takes a lot of force. So I chose a different route. I got this wire, this very thin wire. I actually don't know what it's from. I think it's from Michael's. I just found it lying around. And so I made my own fingers. These are fairly bendable. I don't think they'll snap, and they've got enough resistance that I think they'll be able to go through all of the like paper. Get him dressed. Fellas, that's right. Did I fool you? I was thinking I might. Look at this. It's me. It's me. I would say in the flesh, but it's not me in the flesh. Yeah, this is fairly convincing. Like, here, let's take a step back. Ooh, that's convincing. That's mega convincing. Let's say just like walking, right? Look up, like, oh, you know. All right, so yeah, what are my plans for this kid? Because obviously, it's kind of weird that I just have a big version of myself in my basement. I was thinking about it as I just finished it, like as I put on the last sweatshirt and put on the helmet and the armor and all that. I just thought to myself, like, this is probably really weird. So, and also this guy's big. This is as big as me, and if you haven't noticed, my workshop is very cluttered and I have no place for anything. I had to move these to even fit this kid on the table. So where am I gonna put this? I don't know. Probably behind there, we'll see. But anyways, my point I'm getting at is I have no use for this guy. And I could sell him. I think that would be kind of fun. But I think I'm gonna do something better, and I think I'm going to make this guy a testing dummy. That's right. So what I'm gonna be doing is, after I finish this video, I'm gonna post it, and I'm gonna ask you fellas to comment what you would like me to paint this guy as. So I'm gonna take everything off, all of his clothes, and it's just gonna be like this. It's gonna just be like looking like this, right? And so no clothes at all. And I'm gonna paint his body a certain color, or maybe like a zombie, or maybe one of those crash testing dummies. Whatever you guys want me to paint on this dude, I will. And he'll be our testing dummy. Not for everything, but I just made a spear video where I tested my throwing spears on him, and he took some damage. I repaired most of the holes. Actually, I think this is from something else. Super good video. I recommend you watch it as soon as it comes out, if it didn't already. Thank you for watching this. This was fun. This really was fun. It was weird at the end. It's a little weird, I know, and this is definitely my weirdest video. So if you're just watching this as your first video of mine, I would go back and watch some of the others. This is a I don't know, artistic cry for something. I don't know. But anyway, this was super fun, and I can really see myself using this in the future as a testing dummy. So let me know what you want me to paint him, and I'll probably make a quick short of me just painting him and showing you what it looks like in the end. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah. I'll see you later, and farewell, friend.